Sell all of your crypto by this date. That is exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's episode. As not only do we dive into potentially some new trades, but more importantly, prepare ourselves and risk manage our portfolios before this upcoming election. Guys, today we're going to be breaking down, of course, the new U.S. Treasury bill or idea. This is the new Treasury outline from the United States Treasury Department here for the Biden administration on what they expect from digital assets, as well as dive into how presidential elections affect the stock market historically. Should we be preparing for downside in this market before more upside? Are we going to have an alt season? Those are the questions that we'll be answering in today's video. So, guys, get ready, get excited, hit that like button, and sit back because we have to talk about November 5th. November 5th, guys, election date for, of course, our markets here. Now, I do want to make sure we can still see the comments here. Give me a one in chat if we are good. The comments disappeared here over on the StreamYard, but I believe we are good to go. So, yes, guys, I know you guys are seeing the thumbnail. I know you're seeing the title. You're going, Josh, what the heck? Why would I sell my crypto before Orange Man take over, right? Before Bitcoin Man take over? That is going to be the conversation here. And the reality is this: we are at an all-time high greed right now in these markets, guys, as we push towards Bitcoin all-time highs. If we break through all-time highs, we need to be prepared for what has happened in previous bull runs, what has happened in previous elections. I love a good Green Day, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, there is always a healthy pullback. There is always a correction, and hopefully we'll be able to trade in and out of this market to take advantage of it. So right now, on the 5-minute time frame for Bitcoin, guys, we are seeing a $72,030 Bitcoin price. We've been stuck in this range now, or in this channel, for the better half of this day. Now, will we be breaking out of it or downside? This is what I'm watching for with you guys. And excuse me, holy smokes, we'll be opening a trade if we do break this point. So I will be looking for you guys in real time. If we break out of this, that is going to be a bullish indication that if we close, we're going to see some upside here back potentially towards that $73,000 level. But of course, if we draw back down, there's also the possibility here that on that 5-minute time frame, we could be developing a bit of a head and shoulders. Now, what I do like to see is the retest of this previous range, right? Came back down, tested it out. So it does look like we could see some bullish momentum. But personally, I wanted to bounce off the bottom of this channel one more time before I look like a long reversal here before buying in this mid-range. So we will be looking at that in real time and opening that, of course, on CoinW on our futures account with you guys on a lower leverage position here if it does play out. But in the meantime, okay, news from the United States Treasury. The strategy for financial inclusion has been published, according to which crypto are considered a risk. And this is what I've been warning you guys about. I talk about this nonstop, national security concerns. You guys always, there's people on both sides. Some people are like, yes, it does matter who is elected for crypto. Yes, it doesn't matter who's elected for crypto. And I honestly think while ignorance is bliss a lot of the time, right now it's more important than ever to understand that if the wrong election officials are put into their status, into the administration, you're going to be looking at significant risk to, of course, a lot of our altcoin portfolio. So what are these risks? Well, crypto ghosted in the U.S. Treasury Department's new strategy on financial inclusion. The report touts strategies to connect people with financial tools, but the only mention of crypto refers to its risks, a contrast to Kamala Harris's positive tone on the campaign trail. Now, there was multiple articles that came out about this, touting about these risks and hazards of the crypto industry. But when I went to go pull up the actual application here, and maybe this is the wrong 35-page one, but here's the National Strategy for Financial Inclusion in the United States. If you type in crypto, okay, I believe they edited it because on page 11, crypto assets right here, you could type in and search for the word crypto. Let's go to page 11 here. I don't necessarily see the post everybody is pushing here with the key potential benefits of tokenizing U.S. treasuries. I can't find it. I can't find it. So maybe we'll find it together live here. But in this page 11 here, okay, when we look at that crypto, one, there's no crypto in this article. So even though it cites it down here, right, it says crypto assets PDF, there's supposed to be a picture and it's supposed to be on number 11. It doesn't pop up there. So what is on number 11? Okay. Well, number 11 in this US Treasury report goes over policymakers should leverage government payments as opportunities to help consumers open transaction accounts. So having a source of incoming funds is an important catalyst for becoming banking. Occasions such as when consumers start a new job, get a tax refund, receives a government payment, etc. But nothing in here, okay? Nothing in here I see is about crypto. So enhancing the accessibility, maybe here, financial institutions should improve the accessibility and inclusivity of their transaction account products. To promote these goals, again, nothing about crypto right here. Collaborations, no tokenization, no digital IDs, or sorry, digital assets. All we see is digital identification tools, digital IDs. So again, to everybody on Twitter here, I would love to see it. I keep seeing this picture here broadcasted, but I can't find the source. And the source brought me to that other page here. But according to multiple sources, they're saying that key potential benefits of tokenizing US Treasuries are going to include A, improvements in clearing and settlement, B, improved collateral management, C, improved transparency and accountability, D, composability and innovation, E, increased inclusion and demand, and then F, increased liquidity here. Tokenization could potentially create new investment and trading strategies through, here's the only time I've seen the blockchain here. Apparently this is supposed to be in here, and looks like it's actually on page 10. I just found that. So page 10. So let's go back to page 10. Did I delete it here? Let's go back to page 10. So we can go to the new strategy for the financial inclusion report. Again, just published here. We're going to go to page 10. Nothing. Nothing here. So either this is the wrong one and someone could share it with me in the chat here, but there is nothing about that in this price here. Tokenization of Treasury market holds needs for further study, caution, and warranted as Treasury market is highly liquid and efficient here. I identified as Craig Wright. That is wild. It's crazy how people used to be scared to say his name. Oh, for Trump? Yeah, I voted for Trump 4 times. Let's go, baby. We got everybody going crazy in the chat here. Well, you were called a racist if you mentioned if you support Trump. Now you looked as if you have a common sense. I identify as digital entity. Yeah, so I wanted to point this out here. So when should he be selling? Why should you be selling? Well, I'm pulling this up for a reason. I'm not just pulling this up to talk about something that may or may not exist. To me, this is bringing up more confusion because, again, we are less than 7 days away from this. And Harris is saying that she's going to come out with pro-crypto legislation, maybe a good digital framework. You now have multiple sources coming out here saying that in that new framework that was launched by the U.S. Treasury Department, didn't include any crypto and, in fact, included risk. So according to these articles, strategy of the U.S. Treasury News financial inclusion, crypto remained excluded. So again, let me click on, that was the link. That's to this PDF file here, financial inclusion, right article. This strategy announcement in a statement on October 29th aims to promote financial inclusion through a series of recommendations, ranging from access to secure and affordable credit to the protection of consumers through predatory and illegal practices. Cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin, are often considered as an alternative financial tool for those with limited access to traditional banking systems. However, the Treasury believes that the risks of volatility and fraud outweigh the potential benefits of the inclusion. So according to this article here on the Cryptomiss, or whatever you want to call it, Cryptomiss, I don't even know how to pronounce that. They're trying to just play with some good wordplay there. There was no inclusion of this. So this right here that we're seeing on X, News for U.S. Treasury shares reports on digital assets in Treasury market. And let's try putting this in one more time. Let me try to find it here because I would love to see this here. Growth in digital assets. This is from October 30th. Oh, so they updated it. So they did update it. This is insane. So it was posted yesterday, updated today. Growth in digital assets has been significant, though impact to Treasury markets has been muted as of yet. Initial intersectionality is likely to continue to be a demand for short-end Treasuries to support growth in stablecoins. Very bullish for Ondo, by the way. The charge also explored tokenization of U.S. Treasuries. While this could facilitate enhanced operational economic efficiency, the legal and regulatory infrastructure would need to evolve meaningfully with strong official sector oversight. Additionally, technological and financial stability related risks would need to be considered. As noted in the charge, the way forward should involve a cautious approach spearheaded by a trusted central authority with widespread buy-in from private sector participants. In terms of issuance in the upcoming quarter, the committee recommended that Treasury keep nominal coupon auctions unchanged, yada, 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 yada. So this is the one. This is what we're working with right here. This is what everybody's getting excited for. Guys, this is type yes or no in chat. Does this get you excited or no? It does not excite me. What do I hear here? I hear more regulatory control, regulatory risks, still no idea of what type of infrastructure needs to be established or framework. And all they want to focus on is making sure they're cautious and trust a central authority to oversee digital assets and blockchain in the crypto sector. It's coming from this current administration. That is coming from this current administration. So, yes, that is the breaking news here today that you're seeing on X. And I just wanted to splash some cold water on this crazy, crazy bullishness is what they're claiming it to be, when there's a lack of any information when it comes to these projects. And again, we don't necessarily know if this is bullish or bearish for the U.S. Treasury market. They're all reposting this one picture. So it is. So get this. Here it is. Okay, there you go. So the U.S. Treasury breadcrumbs of stablecoin. Growth in stablecoins has resulted in a modest increase in demand for short-term dated Treasury. Tokenization might create additional access for these Treasuries from both. So it is that. It is this PDF. It is this PDF. Wild. Wild, man. This is what I'm warning for you guys. This is what I'm warning. So this is the warning here. So let's get to the bulk of this conversation, guys. What date am I selling by? Well, it's going to be none other, okay, than election day. None other than election day. So let's pull it up. So I'm showing you guys here the historical references of all of our previous elections. Okay. Every time Obama, Bush, Trump, Biden were elected, what happened to the SPX? So while there's a lot of inconsistencies, let's talk about these contexts. So in November of 2008, that's really all as far as we need to go. The birth of Bitcoin. We had a little bit more downside. There's a little bit of upside. Okay, there's a little bit of upside after the election, but downside into January before that response and that bullishness in about Q1 of 2009 for the upside market. That was the Great Depression. In 2012, Obama's second term, there was a downside all the way into the election. And then get this, the week after the election, you had a pretty decent dip, but it caught itself pretty well. But you had negative selling pressure into the election. That is what they were pricing into the election. Afterwards, it popped off, right? Let's go to Donald Trump. With Donald Trump's election, remember, Hillary Clinton was supposed to win by a 99% margin. That is what the mainstream media was telling you. She got decimated, but on election day, it ripped. Trump sent the market massively higher. It went actually up. Let's price this out. From the beginning, up 40%. 40%. Okay? But now let's fast forward to 2020. 2020, it pumps after Trump leaves. Okay. So stock market crashes. He gets it back up to above pre-pandemic levels, has a historical turnaround. Yes, you can question the amount of money spending and everything that was injected into the economy, what actually pushed through with, of course, with COVID-19. Fast forward to the Inflation Reduction Act in January. Interesting how that coincides with the downside effect of the market. Kind of crazy there. But now we're rolling up to, of course, today's presidential election, which is, so again, you had massive upside the last 2 years. Now, as we approach these elections on the SPX, we are just running into it. We're running up into it. So you had a sell-off before elections, Joe Biden's election, pump. You had a sell-off before elections in 2016, pump right after the election. So this is where I am starting to become skeptical because the outcome of this is uncertain. The outcome of this, even though markets are pricing in a Donald Trump victory, and yes, Donald Trump victory is priced into these markets, guys. That's why DJT is up so much. It's dropping a little bit today because it just pumped massively, but holy smokes, in the last month, up 149%, peaked at like 200+% over month, which just shows you that with poly markets are trying to anticipate this. But here is what Barclays and everybody that is an institutional investor are thinking about what this means. Okay. Investing.com. And actually, let's double check this because Bitcoin looks like it's about to break through this. And we want to make sure we keep our eye out on that. But going back to Barclays, okay? Investing.com, cross-asset markets are currently factoring in a high likelihood of victory for Donald Trump and the Republican sweep in the upcoming election. According to Barclays strategists, this anticipation has led to a stronger equity inflow and performance. So the reason why our world's biggest investors believe the markets are going up aren't because of Kamala Harris or Biden. Sorry, retail. Sorry, people that are voting that way. The money, the private equity firms, the institutions, they're saying that the equities are reacting this way because they're bullish on a Trump win. Okay, so markets are performing this way because of Donald Trump, according to these institutions and Barclay. However, given the market, so this is according to Barclay strategists, this anticipation, I guess, coming from this has given the market tend to resume upside after elections. But strategists believe the removal of uncertainty amid healthy U.S. growth and global easing cycle could unleash animal spirits. November through December is seasonally positive. Buybacks are about to resume post-blackout, and high cash allocation offers dry powder to investors. The investment bank, though, noted and pointed out that the equities futures positioning by asset managers has reached the highest point since 2020 based on the CFTC data. Nevertheless, the National Association of Active Investment Managers, the NAAIM, survey indicates that overall active manager exposure has not reached summer peak levels, implying that not all investors are fully optimistic. So this is where I'm remaining cautious, okay? Because as we see this FOMO and this euphoria run into the election, and my goodness, we got that breakout here. So what I would like to do is set a limit buy order here. Man, we got that breakout. That was a massive buy here. Let's go to Bitcoin. We're going to do a live trade before we continue this on here. We're going to do a low leverage here. We need to confirm above this. Let's go to limit. Let's go to 250 here. 250. I should have put one in before. That's my bad. I should put one before we actually went in. But we're going to put a limit buy order. So we could have done this way better. It's long. Let's do. Let's just do we're going to do let's do a 9x. There we go. So I'm doing an order live with you guys here, 72,250 here. If it fills, it fills because I am live streaming. But I do believe, guys, if we close above this, you're looking at a decent bounce here. This is going to be pretty bullish here. We're on the 5-minute candlestick. So I would like to see this fill at 250, maybe bounce off this 150 range. Again, remember 250 on here is going to be a lot lower on us. And then just keep a 5% stop loss. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. But a lot of volume coming in. We should be filling our order right now. Let's see if this plays out here in real time. There's never no stop loss. What do you mean there's never no stop loss? It's 2 million long on Bitcoin, high leverage, no stop. Oh my God, Jason Casper. Bro's wild with it, man. We have a $134,000 size position here. Bro's got way bigger cojones than me for that one. Where are we at right now? Where's the price? So price 222. So let's go here. So just mark it. Let's add in a little bit more to it. I want to add a little bit more to this position. There we go. So our position's in, guys. I, again, would keep a bit of a stop loss if you want, but breaking above this pattern could indicate that this is going to be bullish if it does truly turn this into support and move higher from here. So we'll see, unless it's a bull trap. We have Homo here who called the top yesterday, saying that this is indeed a bull trap. So we'll see if that plays out here. And of course, guys, if you can let the Telegram know, let them that we just entered a position here. 10%. Again, we're looking for that breakout here, and hopefully we will hold it here. But we did open up a new imbalance on signals. That is really, really strong. What I would like to see is us close above these two levels. But we do have that new imbalance at $72,500, which just goes to show that the price level in volume is pretty strong right now. And we're going to get some volatility in these markets. But as we watch this play out, guys, as we watch this right now, and if this is a bull trap, holy smokes, we will see if Homo is right for like the third time in a row here. But let me put the stop loss on here right now. Let's go to stop loss, just do ROI. Oh, they updated this. Do you guys like CoinW's? I'm curious. Do you guys like CoinW's new, what do you call it? New update here? they make it pretty difficult on mobile here. But it's kind of interesting because you have to go by ROI. If you want to do ROI, you got to change it here, then go to entire position. And you can't even, now it's market price. No, you got click on here. So stop loss, market price. You can't even do percentage now. So I'm going to call them. I am going to call them and be like, yo, no, we need to switch this back. Because I liked it before when you could just do buy ROI and you're good at the end of the day there for you. So let's do stop. Here we go. And then we're going to do a 60 because we have to literally put it in manually. 71, 9. What is that? What is 900? 10%? No, 900 is not 10%. We have to literally do it fucking manually now. 80. Let's do so gay, dude. I did not say that. Oh my, well, there's the bear trap here. So we're down 5% right now, but let's go to estimated profit. Let's do this 8%. 8% here. We confirm it at 8%. That doesn't seem right. There you go. I'm going to put the stop loss in here. I don't like that new feature, CoinW. If you guys are watching, I want the full percentage. I want the full percentage on the ROI. Automatically add the negative factor. So if CoinW is watching, let's switch that back because I like the other feature way better, way easier to use. And on mobile application, you can't add the negative feature, which is kind of lame. There. Watermelon, why do you keep asking if there's any what the heck? Better how it was. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to tell them. I think they're just trying to make it more advanced, which is fine, which is good for like the advanced trading if that's what you're focusing on. But I missed the where you just had entire position ROI there. You do like a -3, -5, -10%. Now you can't even do it on mobile. More likely during the election. Yeah, I am. So back to that, guys. We are entering this position. We're down 420. Let's freaking go here. Man, guys, look, here's what's going to happen. If Etchy's right, we're letting him make the next call in the chat. Maybe, but I'm good with giving a little time. Called it. I will be happy to answer your question. I'm part Latino. I forgot it already. No one was. What are you guys talking about? You dirty little freaks. But going back to the presidential elections here, guys, how is it affected after the stock market? So this is why I am planning on shorting the market here into the presidential elections on November 5th. President Joe Biden's unexpected departure from the race set up a showdown between Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris and Republican former President Donald Trump. The presidential race is considered too close to call, leaving markets uncertain about a likely winner. While public interest in the election is high, it helps to maintain a proper perspective regarding any potential impact on capital markets based on the election outcomes. And I agree with this, okay? So what we're taking into account is the investor approach from the institutional, not the retail focus. Retail is hyped up. Retail is all-time high greed. Retail is greedy, FOMOing into these top of these markets, which is going to make it very hard, in my opinion, to break past those all-time highs. So if we are pushing $73,000, $74,000, $75,000, breaking past all-time highs towards those elections, we're looking to catch that swing here. But according to, well, of course, this article here, as of the 2024 election season enters its final days, the race for president remains too close to call. Democratic nominee Vice President Kamala Harris and Republican nominee former President Donald Trump continue to run neck and neck in both national polls, as well in key battleground state voters surveys. The state level vote is the most important, as the presidency is decided by the Electoral College outcome based on the election results in an individual state. At this time, all 435 House seats, the House is currently narrowly controlled by Republicans, and 1/3 of the 100 Senate seats, Democrats have narrow control of the Senate, are up for election. To this point, capital markets seem little influenced by election outcome speculation. Could that change once results are known? As of November 5th, we could likely need a more decisive outcome, meaning a sweep of presidency and both houses of Congress, says Rob Hayworth, Senior Investment Strategy Director of U.S. Bank Management or Asset Management. It's difficult for most significant policy proposals to take effect without one-party control. And that's when markets might be more reactive. So that's the quote I wanted to talk about. It's difficult for the most significant policy proposals to take effect without one party control. And that's when markets might become most reactive. Hayward says it's possible that election winners' broad policy initiatives could have some capital market impact, but the more likely impact is at the sector level, with certain industries benefiting from new policies while others may face more headwinds. And this is, again, new policies, crypto policies, digital assets, blockchain, CBDC. That is the policies I keep talking to you guys about here. So, again, this is coming from capital management, right? Broad policy initiatives could have some capital market impact, but the more likely impact is at the sector level, with certain industries benefiting from new policies. So this is where I keep seeing like the altcoin sector here, altcoin season here, moving forward into 2025 is going to be sector based. You have meme coins outperforming. I'm very bullish on tokenization. I'm very bullish on DeFi, especially in Bitcoin layer twos, if you get that right policy approach. But if not, again, we're talking about unnecessary headwinds that might be approaching us under a Harris or a Trump administration. And you just have to take that into account. So if you have institutions like Microsoft or corporations like Microsoft saying, hey, we might add Bitcoin to our balance sheet, why are they waiting until December 12th to make the decision? Why didn't they make the decision last quarter, right? To me, it's because they are waiting for the outcome of the elections to understand and know if it's safe for them to start dabbling in that digital asset sector or not. Is there going to be tougher regulations? Is there going to be tighter restrictions? We don't necessarily know. So, for example, if Republicans win, there is likely to be more of a push for development of fossil fuels, while Democratic wins might be further promoting renewable energy. Yet Hayward says such policy inclinations don't always translate into obvious market impacts. Ironically, businesses tied to renewable energy saw their stocks perform better under the Trump administration, while stocks of oil companies and other traditional energy companies have performed better under a Biden administration. And this, of course, could be due to multiple factors. It could be pricing in the fact that the elections were pricing in a Trump loss. And again, is why it's so difficult to analyze previous political elections in terms of the stock market and on your trading view. Like it's like 50-50 on the elections. Usually the market's always going to go up, but in this specific instance, this specific sector, these specific policies, again, we're focusing on crypto, which is going to be a pretty niche of an industry. It's smaller than the size of Nvidia, right? We're smaller than the size of most oil companies. We're smaller than the size of Meta, Facebook as a whole. So volatile. For now, the market is more focused on third quarter corporate earnings, according to Hayworth, and it isn't likely to price in any election favors unless there's a meaningful change into its expectations. Changing electoral dynamics, projecting the outcome, national projecting or presidential polling average here. You can see that, of course, polling average has Harris up, Trump down. Prediction markets, though, have Trump up and Harris way down. So how policy issues might play out. I don't need to go into all the boring mechanics behind here, but here is your average 3-month performance and return relative to all periods. So one party, this was, of course, White House control. This is all Democratic. Scenario one. Scenario one is on average 3-month S&P return is if the White House were to be controlled by Democrats and Congress by Democrats, you're looking at a 2.2% return historically on the S&P 500. A Republican Democratic position divided 1.67. But what I wanted to point out here, divided usually is worse. So statistically significant is not very significant at all. If Congress is held, or if the Senate is held by Democrats and the House held by Republicans, you're looking again at a 1.19% increase or an average 3-month relative return of negative 1%. So the historical indications are nothing but confusing and can't predict an outcome of the future. So just because Donald Trump were to win, that doesn't necessarily mean we are going to rise by 50%. That is the point of this video. It doesn't mean we're going to see a jump in Bitcoin's price. It doesn't mean that because Donald Trump wins, we go from, $71,000 to $90,000 or to $150,000. And so for this reason, because of the uncertainty, because of the amount of emotional interest in these elections, I am looking to scrape and take profits, a good majority of my positions before elections here on November 5th. If we miss out on a little bit of a rally, who cares? If we mix, luckily we'll be hedged though. So we'll do a 5% low leverage, 3x short probably on Bitcoin. And we'll look to see if we can catch a bit of a pullback after making all these gains from $15,000 to $73,000. And at that point, I would like to see the extreme greed, the FOMO indicator. I would like to see some of that breathe a little bit before we make those new entry points. And that is the video for you guys. That is the summary of the uncertainty, the chaos, the outcome of elections from both Barclays, investors, etc., moving towards November 5th. So right now, I'm going to take some questions here from the chat here before we get back to talking about this trade, which is, we'll see if it ends up being that bear trap here or that bull trap. We do have those imbalances. Hopefully we'll see these bounce here in just a second, get that, that wick back up. Got a lot of volume coming in. But what are you guys doing? Are you guys taking profits before elections? Do you think we're going to see a 40? What's your Bitcoin price prediction the week after Trump is in office or Harris is in office? That is the question here. I don't know about the charts pricing in 100K. I think 100K is too psychological. I think 100K Bitcoin is very retail focused. Institutions are selling at like 87,642. They're not looking at a even psychological factor and number. You talking spot too or just futures? Well, I'm primarily in like pretty much everything, both, John. So I'll probably sell, like, it depends on the price action they're going again into it. But if we're at like all-time highs, I'm scraping profits off pretty much everything. And then I'll dollar cost average into spots on that next position. But futures is what I'm primarily talking about here for a pretty large swing trade. I predict that if Kalma wins, we will go down. And if Trump wins, we will go down. Easy analysis done for you. Analysis for you. Oh, there you go, Crypto Cookie. You selling all your spot crypto too? Again, not all of it. I'm going to be keeping Bitcoin. I think prospers no matter what. Bitcoin prospers no matter what. Bitcoin under Kamala Harris is going to be adopted by Eastern nations. It's going to be adopted by BRICS. Bitcoin under Trump continue to be utilized for renewables and modulars. And, as they develop more fossil fuels, they'll be very bullish for Bitcoin. Bullish on both sides. My worry isn't, though, Bitcoin. My worry is altcoins. Everybody in this chat is primarily 90% exposed to altcoins. Type 1 in chat if your portfolio is primarily made up of altcoins. If over 50% of your portfolio is in altcoins, type 1 in chat. Because those are the people that are going to be affected the most by the administrative positions that are put into effect. So, nobody would be mad about these markets. Nobody would be sad about it. No one would be depressed right now. None of these crypto influencers would be begging for alt season if they weren't only exposed. It proves that none of them own Bitcoin. Because if all of these crypto content creators were in Bitcoin or traders, they would be ecstatic right now. They'd be up a ton of money, right? Or if they're good traders, I guess if you're a bear, you're just sitting on a green candlestick all the way up to the moon. And that's the point that we have here. Look at all the ones in chat, right? I'm well over 50%. Oh, you're well. Wow. Shane's well 50% Bitcoin. Shout out to you, my man. All Bitcoin, 2% arrow. So I think that's a really strong strategy right now. And you guys have you deserve a pat on your back because you guys have probably survived the majority of this bear market. But I mean, the majority of traders and investors, they're the people listening to the YouTubers and the Twitters and the TikTokers that are saying, this is the next 100x altcoin. You got to buy XRP because it's going to go to $10. You got to buy Cardano because it's going to go to $50. And those people are still down 50 to 70% on their positions. I mean, just look at this, right? Let's pull up XRP, for example. I'll pull up a bunch. I'm not just going to just single out XRP here, but let's look at the daily, right? Year over year, XRP is down massively. You've been bleeding for like 2.5 years. There's more people holding XRP, right? Look at Cardano, even Cardano here. Look at that. It is following XRP. To say this is better than XRP would be crazy. It's the same chart. Look at DOT, right? All of these older smart contract plays, they are following suit. They're not in an alt season. There's no money. Yes, there's some volume here, but they're getting a ton of selling pressure and they're not breaking out. And that's because Bitcoin dominance remains higher and the altcoin sector remains uncertain. So if we get that certainty, of course, guys, if Bitcoin breaks past 100K, you're looking at, pretty big movements on these price points. But I don't expect DOT to go back to all-time highs off that. We've already had 3 trillion, we've had trillions of dollars enter this market since its bottom, and Polkadot is still at its bottom. So that means even if we bring in another 3 times the amount of liquidity, well, does that mean we're going to get a 3x of what it's done during this bear market? Those are the questions I have to offer. Where's the money inflow that's going to come into these price actions? So if you're holding these older tech tokens, even Solana's the only one that's really performed here. And it's because of the meme coin sector. It's not because of the tech. It's not because of its faster transactions or what. It's because of meme coins. There's just money being generated. This is a revenue generating platform where institutions can actually get a return on their investments. Where, Cardano and Polkadot, they're early investors. they're like, they're just selling out and the marketing's not pushing that price action any higher. So something just to pay attention to here. Bitcoin looks like it's actually ripping again here. Let me see. Yeah, so Bitcoin, it looks like we're still in this price. Let me see. Make sure we didn't get stopped out here yet. So 1% here. We'll see. We'll see. We got a little bit of volatility here, but looks like we do want to break out of this downward channel, and we're going to get that action here. Let's go to that upside. So let's go Bitcoin. Let's go to 5-minute chart. Yeesh. There we go. Retesting it one more time right now. So we're going to see, we got to close above this. Look into checks. The chart is amazing and new hot RWA. Well, if it's new, Johnny, if it's new, what's the price? What's the market there? I'll pull it up for you. Checks here. Checks USD. Very new crypto because it's got low volume here. But let's go to daily. Homie, this thing's up like, shout out to you, brother. Congrats on the play there, man. Congrats on the win, my man. But I'm not buying into that at all at the top. That's at the top. Toppity top. Toppity top, top, top. Uh-oh, Etchy. Uh-oh, Etchy. Uh-oh. Get that upside action here. Up a little bit more. Here we go. If you're here, you should be winning. Let's go, truck. I'm up 10x so far with a few months tops. That is insane, Aaron. See, you've been eating this bull run. You've just been just slurping up those bears. What do you think is a better crypto for crypto or forex trading? I don't trade forex whatsoever, man. I just Bitcoin. Bitcoin's like is my little passion here. I primarily like on leverage. I really almost only trade Bitcoin. I rarely trade altcoins. So far, what you have showed, I'm only in Solana and Bitcoin. Well, Real Patriot, you have two beautiful holdings, man. Looks like a bull flag to me here on the 5-minute chart. That is what it looks like to me. Yes. Yes. Very well could be. Very well could be. We need to close above this. We got that liquidation spike here. This was market makers wiping out some positions. We need to close above this, though, and hold this position. And that can give us that confirmation that we are about to hopefully see some volume higher here. That did just happen, by the way, though, at 4 o'clock. That was the end of the day, which is crazy. So SPX now closed. Closed at 5813, kind of dropped off there. What was the NASDAQ at here today? NASDAQ 20. Wait, are we not closed yet? We're not closed yet. We're not closed. That's the futures. That's futures. Yeah, we are closed. So there's someone just dumped at the end of the day. They're like, boop. Wait, hold up. I'm dumb. Google earnings. Google's earnings are out today. Totally forgot to check these out. Man. Alphabet stock surges as earnings crush. Well, there you go. Wait, that came out this morning? I thought those were supposed to be at like 4 o'clock today. Oh, crush estimates. Sorry. Wait, yeah. No, surge as earnings crush estimates on strong cloud growth. Huh. GG's, man. GG's. G freaking G's there, my boys. Called it, man. Take profits when greed is high. Oh, you haven't called it yet, man. This play hasn't moved yet, Etchy. Has not played just yet, man. Not played yet. When do you take profits? I'd like to see a video how to properly take profits on the way up after 4 years of holding. Profits are per individual, essentially. So profits, you should, like, if you're up 100%, why is your initial in, right? It's also your perspective. So what's your risk factor? Are you looking to just buy and hold Bitcoin for 10 years because that's your goal? Or are you holding this is a baby play? Oh my gosh, Homo, that cannot respond to, man. That is, brother, we gotta, whoa. Either way, though, in terms of the profits, you want to take profits usually, and we've developed this website here that tracks this here, but the crypto and fear and greed index here, guys, historically, the best time to take profits is when this is above really 80. And I mean, it's pretty much there. It hit 80 yesterday. But you want to be taking profits when everybody else is greedy, and it rarely ever breaks above 80. I mean, you could check right here, 80, 80, 80, right? It does it every now and then. Or I'm actually, sorry, I'm on the, that's a lie. I just lied to you. That was the 7-day. I was like, what the heck? There we go. There's the max. So what you could see here is today, it hasn't even registered and it'll fill in tomorrow because this is like a multi-year time frame. but there's going to be an 80. Every time we hit 80, huge correction. 80, bit of a pullback. 80, pullback. 80, pullback. 80, pullback. So 80 tends to be one of the best times to take profit, and under 20 tends to be one of the times for the best accumulation. So if you're looking at DCA spot positions and you guys are just a long-term holder, I mean, personally, the time is like when it's at 20, like it was a week or a month ago. A month ago, and it wasn't a month ago. It was when was the last time we hit a? Technically, this would have been August. That was August we hit that. Last month we hit like 30 something. We hit 31 or something. The 4-hour did crush. The 4-hour went to like 18. 4-hour was scary, man. 4-hour was ugly. Super, super crazy, man. I've learned to play defense like a mofo, but I don't know how to take profits right as it goes up. Well, you can't. No one's going to time the top and the bottom of the market, right? There's individuals out there that like to act like they can just top. I call the top perfectly. It's like it's very rare that happens. Like there's not people that haven't done that and predicted the exact moment, but to do it 2 times in a row, the probability is really slim. So it's an average. So average, the averages over the last historical life of Bitcoin. When it's over 80, take those profits. When it's under 20, you want to, buy pretty heavily. Dollar cost averaging is perfect between 30 and 40, usually 20 and 40. Dollar cost averaging out and taking profits between 70 and 80 are, usually pretty decent. If you want to hold, that's up to you. But again, every single person is different when it comes to taking profits, because your risks are different. If you're trying to pay off medical bills, but you're rich, for example, like this is a perfect example. Like I take profit sometimes on 5%, but that might be $5,000 because I'm trading with $100,000, right? So to somebody that's trading with $100, 5%, they're not scraping that out. They got a lot higher risk, right? Or $1,000 or $10,000, you name it. So how you take profits is you have to sit down by yourself, right? With yourself, be truly honest with yourself and set a goal and an outline. That's what you need to do first. So is your goal to pay off your student loans? Is your goal to pay off your car payment? Is your goal to, create a savings account that you're not going to touch for retirement for 40 years? What are those goals? Once you have those goals, you have to build and develop a strategy around those goals, and you have to keep to it. So let's say you start with $1,000 a month that you're putting into it, and you tell yourself, okay, when this is up 20%, every time this thing moves 20%, we're going to take out, 5% and put it to a fund that I'm never going to touch for my life, right? That's something people do. Let's say you are in Bitcoin and your goal was to, sell. You have $15,000 and your goal is to make, turn that into $30,000. Well, at $30,000, but it takes 4 years. You have to stick to your plan and do what your goal was in the first place. Go pay off your medical debt. Go pay off your student loan. Go do what you need to do. Every single person has different goals. Everybody has different strategies, and everybody's a different age. So for me being 27, and I'm just being completely honest with you guys, me being 27, I have a little no risk. I have, my monthly overhead's probably $5,000-$6,000. It's pretty costly. I mean, between car payment, insurance, healthcare, everything, it's like $5,000 to $6,000 a month right now. With rent, rent's freaking half of that. Rent's so stupid, dude. I hate rent. But either way, I don't have too much costs. I'm doing really well, make decent income. I'm doing, decent for my overhead. So I can take on more risks. But somebody, let's say somebody that's 62 years old, and they're just now trying to save for the retirement. Look, they shouldn't be taking on heavy risks. They just shouldn't, right? They should be, one, talking to a financial advisor, but two, you should be trying to position yourself in all the low risk possible. I'd be in Bitcoin, VU, VIM, ETFs, maybe real estate, right? I would not be risking a lot of capital in degenerate, risky altcoin plays that might not return for 4 to 6 years because they're on a different timeline. So to answer and sum that up, set goals, have a strategy, and from there, you'll know how to you have to teach yourself how to take profits. You know how to take profits, guys. Be honest with you. Everybody knows what taking profits is. You know what it means to take profits. It's like breathing air, right? Yeah, I should sell. Everybody's greedy. So you have to you got to just remind yourself to do it. I love SQQQ and VIX. What's your favorite? Got another question. What's probably Homo? Is your big? I'm gonna guess your biggest thing is not crypto. I'm gonna guess you trade crypto for fun, Homo. Josh, how old are you? I'm 27. 27. Everyone is on their own path. Your only competition to yourself, 100%. Yeah, never compare yourself to another trader or another person in the space, guys. You know, you don't have to hold for that 100x. You don't have to hold and make that $10,000, that $15,000. Like it just, everybody starts somewhere. Everybody's their own individual. Everyone has their own rights. Everybody has their own life. Do what's best for yourself. Always do what's best for yourself. Josh, what kind of drone bit is this that you have for a while? Just video production. I was flying DJI drones on the coast, and I would do film production for like commercials or whatever, like weddings, but really anything anybody wanted. How do you feel about crypto banter? I haven't watched his content in a long time, but he's got a huge channel, and I love Sheldon. I watch Sheldon on trading all the time. But banter seems like a nice guy. I got liquidated on the long and short. I don't like his meme coins. I'll say that though. But I got liquidated on the long and short term. Let me see. Shorted the bottom 100x and about to be the Mubarak. The Mubarak. No, I got liquidated on the long and shorted the bottom 100x and about to get liquidated again. Oh my. Wait, Jason, are you doing like I didn't know you were trading like live right now. Bro's on 100. I'm gonna go 1000x right now, $50. So many influencers say to hold. No, I don't agree with that. Watch any trader. There's not a single trader I know that says simply hold. Other than Michael Saylor, but he's specifically adding to his margin and using like 3x or whatever on Bitcoin. On a dump, set limit orders $1,000 under current Bitcoin price and have a mid-range leverage short. So it really depends. I mean, one, you never want really don't ever have a stop loss on an even number, like it's like $69,000. Like that's just an obvious psychological target where most of your retailers that are thinking that way are going to be putting it. But ultimately, you know, it just depends again on your risks. Like if you're trading on 15x leverage, $1,000 swing might be 15%. You don't want to do that, right? I personally don't like risking really more than, 5%, 8% of my, my position size in a trade. Now, if you're on higher leverage, you got to be a little bit higher risk because obviously if you're on 15, 20x, leverage, your price fluctuates very, very easily. I trade all nice. I made 500% on Arkham. Dude, crushing it, man. Doing amazing for 27. I'm 32, and I wish I knew what I knew now 10 years ago. Same, James, man. I think that's what we always tell ourselves. But I mean, hey, everybody gets into, everybody's on their own path. And they will always find that is their path. There's nothing wrong. And you're meant to be where you are. Should I dump Ondo because of the 135% unlock in 79 days? No, that's Remy, like to everybody that's like worried about the Ondo unlock, you guys got to realize if you're asking yourself that, what are the institutions that are partnered in working with Ondo doing? Like generally it's priced in, right? So token unlocks are usually priced in. What you need to be aware of is looking for those dumps before that months in advance. I'm going to imagine unless we're moving back into a bear market, right? Let's say Bitcoin drops back down to 50K. Of course, the unlock is going to cause some selling pressure. But if Bitcoin's on the up and up, I believe the I believe the unlocks have already been priced in. Everybody's been talking about it nonstop for like the last 2 months. Every single person. And then they just partner with Wellington Management. They just partner with Wellington Management, guys. Huge move. Do we have a take profit target on Bitcoin to going to 75 to 80K? No. This is a scalp trade. So if this plays out here, and I don't like pattern trading because people will like grab the bottom of this flagpole and then they'll put it on top. But if this plays out here and we can get this, this support, this could be a bit of a bull flag, playing out here a little bit. I could expect an upper side action of 73K. Guys, I'm going to be real with you. I think it's going to be incredibly difficult. I think we're going to get rejected off our previous all-time high. So whether that's like at 73.8, I forgot the exact all-time high range. We didn't hit all-time high yet. So I expect us to hit all-time high and then, see another retrace after that a little bit. We'll see in real time. And by the way, guys, like I'm going to use this. This is how I find my indicators. So what I'm going to be doing is going to the exchange liquidation map, right? I'm going to show this is very simple. I'm going to save this video so I can look back. I'm going to start planning. I'm going to take profits. Let's do a VZ. Also, join the Telegram, man. If you ever have questions, everybody in there are outstanding, amazing traders. They all understand these things. And it's just simply, it's a good place to be if you have questions on what other people are doing, because you might be able to find someone in there that's similar age, similar life, similar issues, or similar, whatever you're going through. Maybe you're really rich. There's really rich people in there. There's also people in there that are just getting started for the first time and 17 years old. So there is literally anything you can think of in there to have a conversation around. It's a really cool place to be. But in terms of liquidations on the daily, we're still a little bit bullish. So what I would like to see is these shorts or the long start piling up. Bears are the reason why we're actually sustaining this price action right now, sustaining this price level. And what we can see is on the heat map here, if I zoom in, you guys will notice that liquidity, we're between two liquidity ranges. So 72,800 is pretty much the target to the upside. That's going to be right here. 72,800 is the target to the upside. And if we grab that liquidity, you can see there, what we're going to want to see is if more is opening up above us, because you can see there's another decent level at this range towards the all-time high. But you're going to notice that there is more liquidity starting to open up underneath us. So if this just becomes bright yellow, like, expect to like not break that previous, that all-time high just yet. 24-hour time frame, you got more liquidity below us right now at this point towards 71,400. Again, there is some all the way up here at $72,899. That tends to be that looks like the target, and then 73,300. You go to the weekly time frame, you're now looking at obviously opening up more liquidity below us than above us at $71,000. So the longer time frame, a little bit more bearish, but we still have plenty of volume if, market makers want to push this price to the upside here in the near term. So, and I'm going to just track this. We're going to track this live with you guys here. How do we join Telegram? It's completely free. It's just in the description. It's in the description for you guys. You got to sign up for CoinW, but that is it. I think you might have to put a deposit down, but you can literally, it's free. You don't have to you can put $5 in there, $25 in there. You can take the money. You do whatever you want. I think you just got to leave it in there for 3 days. So it verifies you. Keeps there's no bots in there. This is how we keep every bot possible out. Josh, what kind of, oh man, that's behind. Why did that just do that? Once my Venom? I don't know what you mean by that. I heard we did on some exchanges. What did we hit on? What some exchanges? Don't we all, Shano? That's most used expression when trading. Given the space, give this space a few years. Be in every day. Every day that pitch will be thrown at you. Yep, 100%. I took my take profit already. Dang, let's go, man. Let's go. What was your entry point? Did you get in when we wicked down? That was a crazy wick. Should I enter a long here? If you want to, you could. Our position right here is we're at break even right now. So, honestly, you're at the same position we are. RSI has still got plenty of room here to run on the 5 minutes. What we're looking for is a actual breakout of this level here at $72,500. If we break this, we're probably going to get decent upside towards that 72,800. And that is where we're going to be looking to take profits here on this position. Now, this could be breaking out of this. This could be a bull flag. We can have some decent upside action here, which would be beautiful. Yes, that is an awesome entry point, man. Our woman, congrats. 5 minutes still got, could easily move here. What we're watching for right now is on the minute time frame, which looks like it's springing and getting ready to get that push higher here right now. So we'll see if it plays out. But yeah, we're going to put this position in our take profit. We're on a 9x leverage. 9x leverage, nothing crazy. And our take profit is at $71,600. Oh yeah, I was like, why is it at that? I was like, because I was mad at the ROI thing. I would put it at like 50. You should have it. I literally just said you shouldn't do an even number, and I put an even number down. But I mean, yeah, I got to get used to that new feature they just added. But there we go. So now we're at $72,400. We're getting a bit of that breakout pattern here. So again, this was just an easy call here. We saw the bull flag. It created somewhat of a bull trap for the high leverage positions here that entered above this. It wiped out all the high leverages from the retailers, more than likely, that were entering right above this level, watching the same exact range as us. It got the bears that were like, told you, bull trap. Sorry, homo. But then it ended up actually playing out here. So this could end up being some upside still. So we'll see. We're at $72,400 right now. This could be a decent gain here. If you're not in now, I would not enter. You're now halfway into the trade here. We're up 2.11%. We're in profits. Hopefully, we'll enjoy the ride here. I got 58K invested. It's now 67K in Bitcoin. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. That's almost a full Bitcoin, my man. I'm short with a pretty tight stop list. Bit of a risky play, but we'll see how it plays out. Won't be no ride. Etchy goes, there won't be no ride. There won't be no ride. You gotta wait for the next bus stop, man. Sorry, man. The bus has left the station. The bus has left the station. My transfer fee? Oh. I think I'm not going to take profit yet. I'd rather gut it out. Well, just, yeah, move your stop. If you're in profit, just move your stop loss into a take profit zone. You're crushing it, man. What happened to LCX? No idea, man. I've never been a fan of LCX at all. It went viral on TikTok for a little bit. F 5%, go for hundreds. Said no risk management trader in their life unless they're trading with 50 bucks. You know this, Etchy. What the heck, man? Crazy, bro. You know what? Actually, you're true. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just 100x the entire position here. 100x it, dude. We'll go for a $40 million trade here right now. What? Right now, Homo. Let's go for 40 million max bet. Max bet, bro. I doubled my money in LCX and took my money and ran. That you crush it, man. Do it the great short. Etchy, what was your because I know you well, have you been dollar cost averaging into a short? Like when did you start open or did you open it at like a specific position on and what leverage? Like what was your strategy into that? What would be your strategy to make $20 a day? What are the confluences for you to make a trade? Um interesting. Interesting. What are your strategy to make $20 a day? If you want to make $20 a day, I can tell you how to make $100 a day. You don't even have to trade, man. Go buy a power washer and start flipping furniture and couches and furniture and whatnot in your neighborhood. That's something I used to do. It's a lot of money you can make. You can literally make a few $1,000s a month doing that for just working on weekends. You can also buy a power washer and knock on your neighbor's doors and ask them if you want to power wash their driveways. They will pay you minimum, just say 35 bucks, you know, and it'll take you maybe an hour of your time. Maybe an hour of your time. I used to do that. If you talk about crypto trading, I'm just saying if that is what you're looking for, because $20 a day, man, that's I mean, we're up $1,000 right now in a 4% trade, right? So if you're like $20 a day in crypto, you're just, dude, like, I'm going to be honest with you, man. You're not making $20 a day in crypto if you're a good trader. Like, you're going to be making way more than that. So I'd say, but like, I would take the $100 or whatever you're doing and just try to teach yourself to trade over the course of, 6 months to a year. Start getting decent at it to where you can make $100 to $150 a day off trading. Um, Past that, I would personally go make more money elsewhere if that makes sense. I mean, you could even do Rover. Rover is a sick way to make extra side income. My wife's doing Rover right now, and I think you could literally turn that into an entire private client business for dog sitting, and you can charge like $50 a day for having a dog at your house or a cat at your house. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. I know that's not the answer you're looking for, but $20 a day, there's not a way just to make $20 a day if you're a trader. You're going to be making way more than that if you're at like a consistent, you know what I mean? No man is worth your time for cash. I'm sorry. Echo, I'm sorry that you had to go through paying men for, dates for a long time before you realized that one, man. I'm sorry, man. No, I'm just kidding. No, I agree with Homo though. He said learn to trade. I would just learn to trade, but I think Homo would agree. You're like, dude, just learn to trade. Learn to trade. It's going to take time. It doesn't, you're not going to learn to trade in 6 months. You're not going to learn to trade it. It's going to take years, but it's like it's putting that time, that effort, understanding charts. There's going to be new market conditions, new market, factors that come into it over time, and you just get better and better at it. But anybody can trade if they want to put into the time. If they want to put the time in, they can enter the trade. Here's the ride here, guys. We're at $72,700. We're now up almost 6% or $1,600 in this trade. Here's our PNL at the bottom. You guys can see it going up and up and up. So we will see again that first target $72,800. $72,800. So the trade will have played Which is, where is that 72.8? It's not even anything like crazy resistance here. Spend all down the time earning a job, put all that into Bitcoin. You have a decade, you can, oh, exact. That's also as well. It'd be better be like $20 a trade. Make $20 a trade is fine if you got a good win rate. You can. I know anybody that's making $20 a trade at a good win rate, you're gonna be making $40 a trade in 2 weeks. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a hard question to answer. Uh, you know, never mind, no deal, just selling. Hmm. You guys could have scooped if you invested in DJT stock. Yeah, DJT is going crazy, man. Absolutely going crazy here. Down on 22% today, but month over the month, 150%. 150%. Absolutely astounding. Astounding. Look at that buy volume come in from Bitcoin. 7273. Adjusted my take profit, took profits, and still made like 8%. Another amazing call. Anytime, Mega Doinks. Anytime. Anytime. Beautiful play here. Nice, Real Patriot. It's fitting to the profile picture there, man. What about a working capital? You need to make $100 a day, 5K deposit enough? Yes. Yeah. Think about that. What's 10% on 5K? That's $500. So, you're looking for, what is that, 2% trade a day? Yeah, I think that's very doable. Very doable. You can probably, with $5,000, you can average $100 a day. So you're looking 10% gains. So probably if you're trading with a $5,000 margin, you're looking to make $100 a day, you could trade on literally 4x and only Bitcoin and come up, like, that's why I would do 4x, 5x. You can 5% anything, dude. So like that's where I would start. That's why when they were saying like, how do I make $20 a day? Fuck that. I would go buy a power wash or something, figure out how to get my capital up to $5,000. But I wouldn't start trading with $5,000. You should start guys, no matter who you are, you should start trading with $100. I don't care if you're rich. Okay. If you've never traded before, start with $100. It's just like playing a video game. You're going to suck at playing a new video game, and it's going to take you hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to get good at it. But the best example here for anybody that's a gamer in the chat, it's like Call of Duty. Once you learn how to do it, you're going to be pretty decent at every Call of Duty. But at one point, if you've played every other Call of Duty, you know the weapon mechanics, you know the movements, you know things that other gamers that are average gamers aren't going to understand. It's the same thing when it comes to trading. So that's what I would do that's what I would personally do. But yeah, you could 5% easily on 5K, and there you go. That's $250 there, and minus your market making fees and trading fees, you're still looking at probably, which that might be 20 to $30. So, which, by the way, guys, if you're appreciating this content, over 500 of you watching right now, guys, let's hit that like button. Appreciate if you guys enjoy these afternoon live streams and kind of Q&As and live trading sessions. I'm going to be bringing in a call-in feature, hopefully, where I can have guests come up and call in for 60 seconds to get 60 seconds to ask me questions or talk about something they want to. And then I interview them for 5 minutes and then remove them from the live stream, no matter what, at that 5-minute mark there. But I do want to add that into these calls here very, very soon. But Homo, look, I got to be honest with you, man. We got to refrain from saying certain things for, you know what I'm saying? Can't be talking about scalps in the way you may, that might be funny on other shows, but on YouTube, they may not let that slide. Yes. Gotta worship the YouTube gods there. Which, by the way, how was your kid's soccer game? Didn't you go to a soccer game last night? $72,800 Bitcoin here, guys. I agree, Eki. Etchy. I have no idea. I'm literally just swinging with your name here. I agree with that $100. Let's go, Tech Master. The next Dave Ramsey? I think so. We need to replace Dave Ramsey. He's not the worst, but he's completely ignorant when it comes to Bitcoin. The good old Bitcoin. Oh, pumpkin patch. Nice. It was great. That's awesome. I gotta take the wife to a pumpkin patch. She wants to do this. She wants to do that. Need to get that apple cider and just pour a bunch of whiskey into it. Be a good time. Eccentric. I don't think that's his name. Isa. I think he's going by It's a Homo. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what he's going for. Okay, guys. Eke, say it like that. Oh. It's a homo. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Took care of my mom with MS next door. I love you all. Have a blessed day, Rock. You on the next show. Thank you for everything you've told me. Anytime, BC. Love that you're here. Welcome to the community. I hope to see you in the Telegram, brother. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Yeah, guys. So we're at 72.8. We're now at the take profit zone, 72,820 here. We're up $2,000, $2,100, up 7%. This was that profit level. So let's go ahead and refresh this on the 12-hour category. There's actually more opening up right now. So 72,904. We're going to keep refreshing this, though. Until this gets eaten. It's going to eat that up, dude. It's going to eat that up. What time frame do you draw your trend lines? Well, trend lines work on any time frame. Right here, we're on the minute chart. So we're looking at the past couple of hours here, because this is playing out in the 5-minute chart very clearly. Again, look at that 5-minute play out here. Now, sometimes these will play 3 times. This is why we didn't buy in right here. We were expecting potentially to get some downside to retest this one more time, but we got in after it came above it. It came back down. We opened at about 250, which was that confirmation we closed above it. Actually, could have made a better entry point there, but we're doing this live in real time. But got a really decent entry point, and we got the bullish confirmation on that upside action here. So historically, these movements could be anywhere from really the bottom side of this. So, I'm not a pattern trader, though, because patterns, I don't usually do well with them too much. But you could be looking at an upside of 73K, really, if you look at pattern traders. But I think this is not at all going to play out the way retail wants it to. So I'm expecting to take profits here. No food for you. Just going to get smacked by resistance again. I agree with Etchy here. I thought you sold it already. No, we're just waiting. Like told you guys in real time, we're going to watch this. I want to watch this. I want to watch this right here. So see how we're eating it? We're eating it, but now notice this. Where's the liquidity going? Because now there's positions are getting stopped out. Positions are getting stopped out. So we want to just watch this in real time. What I would do is probably adjust my stop loss here to 72.6, $72,600 if you want. So you're massively in take profits. But we're watching this in real time. We're literally watching this in real time. We're watching on signals here. You're going to have a little bit of resistance definitely at 73K next. But we got lots of bullish momentum moving into this. 5 minutes now overextended. 1 minute is overextended. So we're going to watch this real quick. But yeah, I'm expecting that pullback here shortly. So maybe 72,617. Good stop loss. 72,617. It might retest to 72. Might retest 72,497, but yeah, there's your focus. Let's see. Let's see if this hits. 72,615 right there. I'm going to wait for this reversal after we hit 73K. Exactly. We'll look for that beautiful scalp here to the downside. But I would be questioning the downside here right now as we watch this in real time on the 12-hour time frame. So again, now see how we just refreshed it. There is some by 73,143. We got a little bit more down towards 71,421 though. So right now, I think we close. Let's close. I'm closing for 1,600 profit. I'm taking the profit, guys. It's 5%. Taking the 1,600 profit here. Even if it bounces, it's okay. I'm going to wait for the next trade here. But we just took 16% or $1,600 profit with about a 5.5% gain there. The reason for this is, again, I think we're going to see some resistance here. And let's actually go ahead and do this. Let's wait for the bounce here. Let's see where it goes next. But if it bounces up here, we'll look for a scalp now. George CGF, man. Hey, legend. All-time high tonight. Man, I would love to see an all-time high night, but I don't necessarily believe so. We're just getting some scalps here. We got some decent volume and traction on the charts. But, yeah, I don't know if we'll see. If we see an all-time high tonight, that'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. That'll be great. I'm going to be ready to short the all-time high a little bit. So, yeah, decently. So, we got out at a decent point, guys. Decent point. Again, took a really good profit there. So my goal here is to, if we get that bounce here, we're watching this in real time now. We just locked in the profits. Now we're up. It's probably going to bounce. We're opening up some liquidity here. So we'll look for a scalp now. It's going to be the idea. Scalp will be next. Or sorry, short will be next. I got children to watch. Enjoy. Made my money today. Dude, congrats, man. Have fun, brother. Enjoy the children. I'm getting ready for this reversal when we hit 73,000. Yep. Josh, when can we pay for FOMO with Duke? Hopefully soon, my man. So if anybody's interested, you can let me in the Telegram. But right now I'm talking to 1 or 2 investors. I'm only bringing in 1 or 2. We are going to be raising for a pretty strong valuation, but I'm getting the pitch deck and everything together now. But we're a revenue generating platform. So I'm looking to raise 150 to 300K. We're going to be raising at a valuation of about 15 to 20 million. And then from there, what I'm going to do is hire on a full stack dev and, of course, a designer on my team full time that hopefully should be able to produce results on a bi-weekly or bi-monthly basis and start rolling out some insane design to this application. I have ideas that you guys don't know about because I don't want the world to necessarily know about that. But if you guys are someone that's out there that wants to get involved with what we're building over here with FOMO.io and my company's on the back end, let me know in the Telegram. I already have one guy, though, so I'm going to be honest with you. It's pretty much, we already got a couple people interested right now. But if you guys are looking to do something like that, just let me know in the Telegram because Duke is, some big things for Duke, I'll say. So hopefully, though, we should have the integrations look, the integration for Duke won't be till early next year. I can tell you that much because when it comes to the mobile optimization and the products we want to integrate first, we have to integrate them before we integrate that payment to standard to make sure that it operates efficiently. But with that, there's coming a lot of utility to Duke. It's coming a lot of things I can't talk about here, but they are going to be very extremely awesome for Duke. And the only reason I'm not talking about them just yet is because I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, and I don't know the time frames on a lot of these things that we're building out on the back end. But we're building really insane tools. This is a break and retest. This was a break and retest of 7260. 73K. Here we go. Potentially here. Potentially. I think we're going to retest it here. I said I'd put that stop there and it got stopped. So what I'm just looking for, we secured our profits. We now have $1,600. Best, by the way, guys, we closed over $2,000 trade this morning. You guys remember that? Type 1 in chat if you made money off this morning's Telegram call. We already made money today, by the way. We already had a great trade this morning. All the trades, by the way, from last night's stream, every trade from last night's stream, the scalps played out. We sold in a Telegram, adjusted our stop losses to take profit, made, I think, $1,400 off that, and then reversed it into a short overnight, which we made money on as well. And then now we're re-entering this trade here. So great times, man. Great times. I'll be rolling out my first beta app soon. I'll be in touch. Yeah, Goliath, just either message me on X, but in the Telegram. If you guys are in the Telegram, I'll more than likely see your message. Just keep adding me until I see it, but I'll be in Telegram. So if that's something you're interested in, just let me know. My goal is a insanely awesome mobile application. We're not going to go through the Apple iStore, though. We're going to go through an alternative route, though, because we don't want to give them 30% of all the fees. That's just ridiculous. Well, I got to figure that out first more, but yeah. Double top here, question mark? On the minute? Let me see. No, we're at the stochastics overextended. I'd like to see a break past 73K right now and get that reversal. Let's go back to FOMO. Let's refresh this. Yeah, we got liquidity opening up at 72,121 now, $72,121. So we're watching that in real time. So if we get a push higher right now, which looks like we're getting that pullback, but if we get that push to 72, I would love to see 73.2, 73.3 and start getting into a nice, comfy, cozy short position, man. I really want to see it. And go down. Got you, water. Watermelon. Gonna get slapped. Resistance, fall off, man. No, I think we break through 73K, but I could be wrong. There is that resistance here, though. It went up right to it literally went up right to the level we wanted to take profit. So fantastic trade here. I could not be happier with this trade. Right now, though, yeah, I want that stochastic overextended on the minute. I want it to be up here. I want to enter when that's up here. Let's go to the 5 minute. 5 minutes actually crossing over right now. This is starting to look pretty gross. So we'll see. We'll see right now. Can't believe people are talking about shorting. Just scalps, man. Swing scalps. We've been crushing it with trades. We like to make money. We like it. We like it. We like it. Don't Cardano. Duke. 100%, man. Apple, homie? Oh, sorry. Destroy Apple, homie. Yeah, I agree, man. Screw the corporations, man. Screw them, dude. Screw them. Screw them. I was watching my bulls and still have an open trade. You're already. Yeah, we took profits, Henry. You're still at a good position, man. You could take it right now, but we took those profits. We took those profits, man. Somebody in Telegram, let them know we sold. Let them know we sold. Sounds like a great job. I'd be interested. I already have something else using me. Gotcha. Yeah, just hop in there, man. Hop in there. Bitcoin dominance top indicator or top in December. Dude, Bitcoin dominance, people don't want to talk about it, but it could remain higher for longer for a while. I mean, if they integrate again the opportunity of corporations adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets like Microsoft, dude, you're looking at Bitcoin dominance way higher for longer. All right, guys. So here's the breakout here. So I want to see the stochastic rip higher. I want to see their RSI. I want to see this crossover into the green like this, like it was here. And then we'll look for that reversal here. So it looks like we're going to break that 73. Sorry there, Etchy. But I do want it to crash with you, man. So beautifully profited trade there. What a gorgeous moment. What a gorgeous moment. What a gorgeous moment here. Triple top? Triple top question mark? What do we got here? Yeah, this is, man, do we go all? No, we don't go up here. So let's draw out our resistance first. So this resistance. This is our resistance right here. This is the resistance right here. So if it can't break this, look at that, just rejected right off of it. In fact, you know what we're going to do? This is kind of crazy. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm doing a smaller position here, okay? I'm doing a smaller position here. We're doing 10x here. We're going to do 10x here. But if it can't break through this in the next minute, the next 2 minutes, I'm going to DCA. I'm going to buy into this. I'm going to short this. Yeah, we got more liquidity open at 71.4. Again, there is a little above us. There's a little bit of above us. But there we go. So the 5 minute opened. Let's open this short here. So we're going to open one short, okay? One smaller short. There's a $15,000 position, 150K size. Small position of our portfolio size here. 10x here. 10x here. Here we go. Let's see if it gets denied. It got denied. It looks like it got rejected off that resistance level. Perfectly. So resistance. So it's going to retest. It's got to get resistance first. So we need to consolidate. So target here would be 72.6, but even 72.1, 72.3 if it does reject properly here. We'll see. Would be sexy. It would be here. So we're at 72.825. Let's actually go double on this position here. I'm going to double down this position. I'm double downing on the position here now. Double downing on the position here. We're on the 5 minute candlestick. So what we're looking at here, guys, again, that rejection tapped it. It could smash through this. Don't get me wrong, but that is test, rejection. So usually we get that rejection. And when that rejection happens, you get a decent pullback before you break out and retest. So more than likely, we just tested it. We need to pull back a little bit. So whether that's 72.6 or something, we'll see. There's going to be some support here at 72.5, right? So ideally, we would like to have catched this, and unless it gets a complete utter rejection. But right now, I'm expecting some little bit of upside action here. So 72.600. Let's go with 72.600. Looks like a pretty decent probability. Now, what I would do here, guys, set your stop loss right above this resistance zone. So the stop loss should be at 73.003 or 73.028. Like, do a tight stop loss above these previous resistance levels. So should be right above 73K would be where I would put that, like 73.015. That would be a decent stop loss because if it goes past that, you're looking at probably a breakout here. So Good, nice tight stop loss. 7754. So yeah, we're up 1% on this position size here. 1%. Let's see if we can get this. So again, nice 10x, just light leverage, nothing crazy, nothing crazy, nothing crazy. 7273, $500. Just try to grab it. Try to grab it here. Here we go. 72,716. I would like to see a lower low. We would like to see a lower low here. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I would like to see a lower low here because the 1 minute needs to go lower. Let's get a lower low. Lower, lower. It's going to blast through this thing. It's going to blast through this. It's going to blast through this support zone. Needs a lower low. Ah, yeah. Homo, it wants it. You know Homo. It wants that 73K. No homo but homo. You know what I'm saying? It wants that 73K. This Bitcoin has whiskey. Move my profits when you sort. Good luck on the short. Dude, appreciate you, man. Yeah, so 72.6 could be that target. Well, no, sorry. 72.6, not 72.6. 72.570 is going to be support. So I'm going to imagine we can bounce off that. If not, we have support down at 72.38, as you can see right here as well. So 72.38 as well was this change of character, kind of broke out of this previous range. And you'll notice, actually, I kind of like this because you'll notice the pattern play here. A little similar to this last buildup that we had before we had a bit, a nice little sell-off there. So, maybe. Yeah, Chris, I'm in the same way. And there it is. So 72663 there. I want to close this minute candlestick, though. We need to close it lower. Let's get a lower low. Give us a low. Bob's Dan CoinW is really charging me like $15 to open a position. How much is your play, Henry? Are you limit or market? But it should not be 15. If you're trading with like $100, it should not be 15. Like it should not be $50. Their fees. I gotta actually double check what their fee is now. And if you use our code, remember guys, you get up to 30% rebate depending on how much money. Oh yeah, you're on 10x leverage. Yeah, it's just it's more expensive to do it with the more money you use, the higher the leverage you use, guys, just so you know, the more expensive the trading fees are. Like if you were to do 50x leverage, it would probably charge you $75. How do I use your code? The link's in the bio. But yeah, so you're technically trading with $1,000 or $5,000. Remember that, Henry. So $5,000, they're going to take you a transaction fee or whatever that 3-4% is. I don't even know what the percentage of it is, but you got to adjust for it based off the percentage you are. So you want to be looking to make, which by the way, on a 5%. So let's say we make 5% on this move off it. So 10x. So you're looking off $5,000 or $500. Actually, why can't I can't math? So $25. It'll be up $20 in profit. Yeah. It just, house always, someone just said it. Carl Tuckerson said house always wins. Yes. The higher the leverage, the more money. All right. This chart looks shit. So I'm going to go ahead and add more to this position here. Added more to the position there. Let's see if this plays here, guys. Let's see if this plays here. I would like this to close. There it is. There it is. Close though. Close below it. It's almost there. It's 3 seconds away from a close. It's an ugly little 1 minute close. Boom. And yeah, look at that. We got a lot of liquidity all the way by 714, but I'm not necessarily expecting that. 72185, guys. 72185. We want to see the liquidity start opening up above us to be able to confirm whether or not we will get that upside again here. Minute chart here, though. Yes, we just closed. Was that the 5 minute I was looking at? It must have been the 5 minute that we were looking at. Which, by the way, what are we at? 2.65%, so up $1,100. It's going to 65K again soon. Woo! I don't agree with 40K, man. That's crazy, bro. But hey, look, dream big. Dream big, Etchy. That's what my mom always told me to do. 40K, dude, you're talking like institutions would have to collapse. I just don't see. Unfortunately, I don't bet against BlackRock, man. They own everything. They control everything. F them, but at the same time, they are the rulers of the free world. You know what I'm saying? How do you know how much leverage is going to cost? It tells you on the trading fee. It tells you. We are going to go to 10K. My God, dude. I would love that, man. You know how much money we'd make if Bitcoin went to 10K on this position size right now alone? On 10X? Oh my goodness, guys. We have a $440,000 position here. On 10X, that would be insanity. That'd be millions of dollars. Millions. So definitely no. Life doesn't love me that much. That's what I believe. Life doesn't love me that much. There's no way it goes to that. Now we're up to $1,500, guys. So again, we took that. We're already up. We're up $6,000 today now. Our PNL today is now up over $5,000 off those two scalp trades. We had over a $2,000 scalp trade this morning. And then, of course, we had the one we did on this live stream for about $1,600. Now we're at about $1,500 on this price action. So we could close this right now and have a very happy evening. Like I can go away hands free with this right now. So we'll see how this plays out. But you are looking at, there's going to be some support around this range here, at least on the minute and the 5 minutes candlestick. Our next support level is 72,400. If you lose that, not a lot of support really till that 71,840. So what I would imagine would be you're going to get a liquidity sweep here if we do break this naked point of control. You know, you got, yeah, it looks like, so sorry, actually I lied. You're going to be a support at this range here, 72,160, which coincides with the 12-hour here on FOMO mode, which if you guys don't have FOMO mode, go check it out. But there's your liquidity right there, 72,185.06. 185.06. Bitcoin will break 40K so hard. 150K by March, in my opinion. My goodness, man. I would love that, man. Holy smokes, I would love that. So where are we at right now? Yeah, Bitcoin's collapsing here a little bit. It's getting a little price feed here. So they're at look at that. Boom, right to that $72,400 level. So yeah, if we don't see more liquidity opening up above us ASAP, which now there is some right below us, yeah, we're going down to 72,185. 72,185. Have to look at that. That was also this support. That's kind of crazy too. So that is going to be the play that we're focusing on right now. Right now, we're up about 5% again, so you guys can feel free to adjust your stop loss to break even. We're now up over $2,200. This deserves more likes than anything else right now, guys. If you're on X, please repost this, comment down below if you enjoy this type of content. But man, what a beautiful trading stream with you guys here today. We got our crypto news out, had a little bit of volatility in the beginning, but ended up closing out for a beautiful scalp long of that breakout. And then now we're coming right back down to this range here on that 5-minute chart or that 1-minute chart as well. So again, you're going to have resistance about here. So let's draw that out too, so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. Let's go to the ray and just go, pretty much around this range. We're going to be looking at some resistance. So that's going to be 72,240. But yeah, if we come right back into this, this is the bull trap. Actually might have been thinking that this was going to be. I think this would have been a bigger bull trap here. And we could actually be, and this might be a bumpy, we might have caught a perfect reversal, guys, here. You guys watch us predict a perfect reversal live on stream for you guys in the Telegram and on Discover Crypto. We're now up $3,000, up about 6.6%. Again, if you're here now, feel free to take your profits and enjoy it, guys. But yeah, we have to really hold these positions. If that liquidity doesn't open up, if we can't hold this level here at $72,130, which we're about to eat up, it actually is showing and signaling that we might enter back into the 71,000 region and approach that 71,424 level here. So this is where you came back down. I told you guys this was going to happen perfectly as well. We just bounced off that resistance that we drew out here from that previous breakout period, right? We were trying to break out of this resistance. We just retested it. So if it can't hold this, guys, If it can't hold this, we can't get a bounce up here and then, go higher, you're looking at some downside back into here and getting confirmation that this, in fact, was a bull trap right here. And that is how we play the emotions in these markets. So could be pretty decent. It's that easy. Not necessarily. We just stare at these charts way too much. I've probably seen 1 billion-minute candlesticks open up and close in my lifetime. People say I don't know how to trade, but then I just show them my Telegram chat of the last 3 months of insanity, absolute insanity. So where are we at right now? We are at, we got 25 seconds left on this we got 2 minutes. That's the 5-minute candlestick. Rip. I thought we were on the minute time frame. That is on me, ladies and gentlemen. So here you go. That's much better to see. So right now what we're watching is a bounce off that resistance perfectly on the minute time frame. That was on me. I was literally on the 5-minute time frame. But again, we have another 2 minutes till the 5-minute candlestick close. You want to see the minute close a couple, you want to see the minute definitely hold its position a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit volatile in the minute time frame. If you go to the 5-minute time frame and it it supports it. Like look at the 10-minute, right? Much, much stronger. So actually we have 1 more minute till the 10-minute candlestick too. Wow. Yeah, it's actually, man, beautiful little player. 5-minute MACD, though, looking to cross over. RSI has plenty of room to come down. Stochastic, plenty of room to run down. Let's go to the 10-minute. 10-minute is just now looking to reverse. RSI is testing that moving, that SMA here, or that moving average. But again, your MACD could easily come back here. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. Plenty of downside here unless it bounces. So we'll see. We'll see. But this is where, this is the make or break here, guys. Maybe we'll get a couple minutes, a little head and shoulder. Close it? Not yet. I'm not closing it just yet. I would close it if it gets back above this level at 72,374. So you could put a stop loss, like take profit level if you want, at like 72,473, I think would be fine. You're probably looking at that to be fine. But the fact that we closed below this, these markets are seemingly a little bit bearish right now. It's not the prettiest chart, but we are retesting this. So we'll see. So 5-minute just closed. Let's see what that looks like. So 5-minute did close above it. It did close above it. So we just got to watch this in real time. I would have that stop here a little bit above this previous close here. This is going to be some resistance. So you maybe that, again, I'd say 72,472 if you want that resistance there. But judging by, this one's going to be difficult here. It's going to be difficult here. We'll watch it. We're just going to watch it in real time. Let me go back to here. Let's click on our 12-hour. F the 5-minute. That's how you scalp, homie. Got to be on the 5-minute. 72,130 has that liquidity. So I'm expecting this liquidity to be grabbed. At least 72,130. That's all the way. That's right here. So small price movement. So if we go down to 72, so this is what I'm going to watch for, right? If we get a wick and we eat this liquidity and the price comes right back above this range. So if we eat this, if we come down to, let me draw it out for you guys so you can see what we're looking for right now. 72,130, right? So let's see if the price does this. But if we get a wick here and it comes right back up and closes above it, I'm going to close and then enter potentially another scalp long here. But right now, I do expect that liquidity to eat. So if it eats this liquidity, bounces up, rejects and moves lower, that's just confirming bearishness. But right now, I do expect this liquidity to be grabbed. We're too close to it. Go big or go home. Go to sleep if you are wrong. I don't want to hear you charting again. Oh. Guys, looks like we have somebody in chat here who missed out, like on the other 90 successful trades we've had. So shout out to these individuals. Oh, we got a alcoholic, drug addict, hooker fucker lover in the chat. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, bro. Mina, stop When you see volume diminishing, would you lower expectations for the next reversal? Yes. Yes. We love haters and Kamala people. Yeah, we welcome here. We welcome all shapes and sizes, even if they're a little stupid. Even if they're a little stupid, right? Just a little bit, just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Man, it's getting a lot of strength here. See if it closes above it. There it is. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. We're making profit here, not entertainment. I mean, we also just made like we're up so much money right now. Yeah, it's all good, guys. The more stupid the hooker, the better. Uh Depends. Depends. Yeah. ETH pumping. Voice cracked. ETH pumping. Let's check ETH's chart here. We closed above. So, what time? We got 2 minutes left on the 5 minute. What are your thoughts on AVAX, man? They are strong in Web3 gaming right now. They're strong in Web3 gaming right now, but they are not like I'm kind of I think it's just a mediocre chain. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think it's completely a mediocre chain. Goliath, BitBoy also got caught stealing money and a fool of himself to the crypto space. Lost his challenger due to fraud. Yeah, he did a lot of stupid things. What are your thoughts on AVAX? I just read that one twice. Why do people troll? Do they think they have? They're not trolling. That trolling's funny. Trolling's funny. Uh, I don't get it. I love the haters. I guess they just. Dude, I'm literally numb to it. They think they're funny. It's just like, okay, you're supporting a dude that left his 3 children for a 2. Uh, awesome. I see your role models are great, man. I really hope you don't have kids because their role models must be shit. That's why I don't care, dude. It's just like, what are you gonna say to me nothing's gonna offend me, man. You can't offend me. I did door to door for a living. I knocked on thousands of doors in Chula Vista, California, as an extremely skinny white boy in a bright orange t-shirt, slinging cable, asking for people's credit scores and social security numbers for over a year. I've been spat on, cops called on me, but I've seen both ends, right? You get the pieces of shit in life that are just hating, they're just haters. And then you get really welcoming people that would literally be like, hey, look, I don't want to buy cable, but you seem fun. Come have dinner with us. And I get to sit down and have dinner with an amazing family and hear about their experience. So get both sides of it, man. Some people just aren't chill like that. We love Kamala Harris. We love her. Y'all aren't even ready. We love her voice changing. We love her laugh. We love her. That's all I got. I can't pretend. I can't pretend it hurts. The whole up move happens in 3 to 5 months, and then you might get a secondary opportunity, kind of like the 2020 run. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible here. Possible here. Looks like we're trying to grow some support here at the 7260. Let me make sure I'm paying attention to these charts so we don't miss out on anything. Liquidity opened up a little bit more above us, but anything crazy at all. It's getting stronger below us. It's getting stronger. Stronger below us. Stronger. But now, head and shoulders, gentlemen. If we come back down to this range, we might be getting that head and shoulder action. Unfortunately, Mina in chat doesn't tend to get a lot of head or any action unless they pay for it. So there is that. But Mina, we love you. Welcome here. Welcome. Wait, was it Mina that was saying that? I might have just targeted Mina for no reason. I'm sorry, Mina. That wasn't you. Oh yeah, no, it was Mina. Yeah, never mind. I am late to the party. What are we up to? Amazing scalp trades. We've made over $5,000 today scalp trading. And the intro of the stream was over presidential elections, selling our crypto by November 5th, getting ready to, expect a bit of a pullback after a buy the rumors, sell the news event. I think everybody's way too greedy and excited for the election outcome, which if it's Donald Trump, amazing. But if it's not amazing. And either way, I think both candidates, whoever wins that outcome, you're going to see a lot of uncertainty and volatility in the markets the following day. So we're looking to scrape some profits off there, DCA back in because we're up so much and we're just absolutely crushing it in these markets. So I'm just here having a fun, good old grand time. Good job, Josh. Your skills are showing true. Yo, Tech Master, appreciate you, man. Guys, yeah, that's like, I put my money where my mouth is. I'm not like those traders that just go on here and like, I made 140% on a 10x, and then they don't show you like the money or anything or the 150x. It's like every single trade I've made is in that Telegram group. You guys have watched me for now months and months and months and months and months at this point. So the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. SWE is stronger than I think. I'm still waiting for a big dump. Yeah, it tends to happen. I just missed out on it. I'm not buying into that green candle. I just can't do it. Have both candidates advocated for money printing? Yes, both. No matter what candidates, they both have to money print. I mean, the amount of debt the United States is, guys, we have to print out of anything. BlackRock and all these large corporations and government contractors that have been funding all these pointless wars. We are broke. Like we gotta print money. We gotta print money. So that is bullish long term, sure, for equities and Bitcoin, but I think markets are so uncertain. Like nobody knows who's going to win this election. So it's like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, we're going to go to 100K. It's like, dude, like anything. I've been warning you guys and preparing you guys for this election for like 6 months. I've been doing politics for 2 years. I've spoken to Ron DeSantis. I met with Senator Blackburn. I've spoken to Cynthia Lummis. I've met with, all the Bitcoin advocates, and all of them are like, yeah, we're doing really good things. But at the same time, if we don't have the right legislative approach and we don't have the right executive, positions, the next 4 years might be a lot harder than people think. So we're preparing. Are you selling alts before? Pretty much everything, dude. Just 50% off the table. Like I'm up so much in profits. I told everybody to buy at 60K. Got shat on for that. Like literally the beginning of this month, it was like, we're going to go to $47,000. I had bears making videos on me. I had content creators telling everybody I was crazy. And now their little lips are zipped. I actually don't even really know any of their names, which is funny, but they're quiet. They're silent because they were wrong. And it just happens time and time again, every single time. And I do this simply with literally one tool. That is FOMO.io, the fear and greed index. Everybody was fearful. We were below 20 at $59,000. We were like, hey guys, now's the time to start dollar cost averaging back into these markets. And boom, we ran right back up. And now we're at the opposite side of the spectrum again. People are on the spectrum being off the spectrum by speculating on this Bitcoin price action. So we could be getting a little bit of a head and shoulder pattern here. A little bit on the minutes. Stochastics overextended here. We do like to see that. We're just watching this play out in real time with you guys here. Bitcoin to 85K by the end of November. Look, I respect everybody's price predictions on it. I personally don't think we see 85K maybe by the end of the year. I think to get to 85K, we need Microsoft on December 12th to say, yeah, we're adding Bitcoin to our balance sheet. And you're going to start seeing institutions speculate that a domino effect will occur and people start piling. Because my question, George, isn't like Bitcoin to 85K by end of November. My question is, can we bring in that amount of new participants in this market by November, the end of November? Because you got to realize that $74,000 Bitcoin, everyone's in profit. Every single person's in profit at $74,000 Bitcoin. So if institutions are all in profit, that means they have to spend money to market and bring new demand into the market. Well, what are the demand catalysts? What are those catalysts that can send that demand? In my opinion, that's Microsoft adding Bitcoin to the balance sheet, the $1 trillion, company. It could be, maybe Donald Trump and Doge Commission taking place. But again, Donald Trump inauguration is not till January. So there's going to be a couple months of these discussions. So we'll see. Shady chart setup again. I saw Obama doing that. No need to imagine. This is what I see right now. The chart's getting dicked. So I'm surprised you're not attracted to this chart, Homo. I feel like this chart draws you to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you're a little edgy. Just a little bit. Imagine Kamala and Walt celebrating in the podium. Oh, gosh, dude. I don't know, man. If Trump wins, though, dude, we need a new social program for the government. We need to fund a depression of these liberals, man. The left are so emotionally consumed. They will cry so hard. They're going to cry. There's so many people on TikTok going to be like, my life's over. And then 4 years later, they're going to realize the economy was not that bad and it was actually really beneficial to them. But yeah, they're going to come out. The fascist Nazis won. It's like, holy shit, dude. Just eat a bag of fucking testosterone or something. George CGF with a 99-cent hamburger, man. Thank you for that, Krabby Patty. Appreciate you here. Yeah, we're getting a decent amount of support here at this level here. Getting a decent amount of support here. But I don't like this chart pattern whatsoever. I really don't. But we did close above that. So, look, again, guys, I would say I would take profits and close a position at 72,472. 72,472. 72,472 is where I would take profits and just close the position for roughly a $1,600 trade or whatever that is. It was beneficial because shit was cheaper and people could spend. They didn't need to hold. Yeah. Well, under Trump's administration too, people had twice as much money. Like that's an actual statistic from the Federal Reserve of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. You can look at the personal savings rates in America were twice of that under Trump. And with those personal savings rates, twice of that under Trump, inflation was way lower. So cost of goods, utility, rent, everything higher. So people have accrued more debt. So this is where I go. If people have no money to spend, can they spend? Yeah, sure. Like if you want to argue that, can they spend? Yeah, sure. They can take on more debt. They can take on more credit. Banks are going to always access more credit, et cetera, and further progress that. That's what the U.S. Treasury is talking about in the releasement summary today. Is that healthy for our markets? No, no. What would be healthy for our markets is for the government to shut down all of the institutional BS that is kind of engraved by lobbying. We need to get rid of insider trading. We need to get rid of all the government waste. The federal educational program wastes hundreds of billions of dollars. That needs to go back to a state level, which people think, oh, they're going to abolish the educational system. They're not abolishing anything, you dimwits. That's like the problem I have with these people. They're abolishing the federal Department of Education. It's like every state has their own educational program. We're just creating more middlemen, more meetings, more government waste, more spending that always ends up in more collusion and corruption on the educational scale. It's like, just give it back to the state. Then the money goes straight to the state, and then the state allocates it. Saves so much, dude. Get rid of insider trading. The market will crash 100%. Dude, if we want to actually clean the market has to crash. A lot of it's artificially propped up. You know this, Echo. Or actually, you know this. It's just, what are the odds of that happening? Near zero. Are we going to default on our debt? Probably not. So, yeah, unfortunately, man, yeah, it just won't. It just won't. It's a sad time. What are we looking for with the position right now? We are open up as a community here. Everybody in this has been following along this entire live stream. We opened up a long. We closed it for a beautiful profit. We grabbed this entire swing right here. We opened the short, caught this entire swing right here. And now we're watching in real time this support level be held. And here it is. Oh, nope, did not re-register just yet. So 72,076. We're expecting a little bit of a liquidity grab here before potentially pushing higher. But again, you got way more below us. So markets are quite bearish right now. This could be a pretty big head and shoulders pattern. If this plays, by the way, guys, though, and we enter back into this range, let me just show you guys here what we're looking at in terms of this range. Let me just draw this out for you guys. All right, we have this ray here. But let's go to our other support zone. So, boom. So, and actually what we were looking at was right here, because that was another support zone. But essentially, right, we broke through this, turned into support, came back down. There's a bit of a bear trap here. If we break through that level and we enter back into this position, I mean, we can come all the way back down to $71,200, $71,400. So we really need to retest that and hold that as support, or else you're looking pretty bearish here. And the 15-minute time frame doesn't look super sexy. Stochastic has plenty of room to come down further. RSI could easily come down further. 5 minutes, stochastic is now overextended. That can tell you that you may be looking at a reversal in the near time. But again, we're watching this in in real time. So we shall see. And that's the liquidity grab. So your head, your neck, that'd be your neck technically. Back into the pattern. Well, they do evade taxes, crashing everything and liquefy a ton of assets. Etchy, you're just ready to go all gold, brother. Get a cheese grater out and cheese it there. What's a head and shoulder pattern? It's a very bearish pattern traditionally, but it looks like this. Looks kind of like you have a shoulder, you have a head, right? Yeah, hello. And then you have a shoulder. And usually it means downward action. Now you can also have a reverse head and shoulder, right? That looks like that. That's a head and shoulder. It's not what you think. It's supposed to be called a head and shoulder. But it looks like we're losing that support range here. So let's go ahead and refresh the liquidity zone. We're eating through it right now as we speak. And of course, if we lose that, we can easily come back down to inside this trend line. Your next resistance is going to be probably right around the $72,000 level. Now, diamonds are Carmen, almost worthless. Yeah, I think you just make them in a factory. Gold can be made in a lab. Can gold be made in a lab? I didn't think so. Can it? Lead with electrons or something. Oh, I'm sure they can. That's crazy, dude. Not to mention like meteors. Aren't meteors like filled with gold? Let's think about. Yeah, I've never seen videos on it unless it's illegal for them to do. I don't know. I know. But I know they do diamonds for sure. Diamonds for sure in labs. Of course. Just high pressure. All right, we're eating this liquidity range. So are we getting a nice little bounce here? Is that it? Was that the move? Hold it. There's a whole chart of lab made gold on the periodic. Oh, well, yeah, food's gold. Whereas black diamonds are formed in a vacuum. Yeah, you just got to suck really hard to make black diamonds, man. Just suck really hard, and it will absorb all of the proper minerals out of the rock and turn it into a diamond. Yo, Josh, how did you get better at talking? I feel like you're good at talking in public. I mean, I've been just streaming for years, man. I'm not like the best. I don't think honestly I'm the best public speaker, but I get compliments. I have a lot of learning to do in terms of debates. I probably need to host more debates. It comes to confrontation, but I definitely got good at it from door-to-door sales, because door-to-door sales is pretty much a version of debating. You're dealing with constant rebuttals and you're looking to overturn problems with solutions to buy, to get them to buy your product. So, and I was selling cell phones. So you're trying to work your client, work your customer into ending up buying that product there. So that comes from, of course, door to door, but public speaking just comes with stage. You got to try it, man. Being on stage is completely different. I'm always nervous to be on stage. It's one thing being in front of tens of thousands or even millions of people on a video. It's another being in it live and hearing a response. And so I do need to debate more. Yeah, I do need to do that. I do. So you broke me. They can't make gold in labs, dude. That's called gold FUD. Whoa. I have a bunch of black diamonds. They use it for drill bits, for tunneling machines, etc. Facts to live speaking. Yeah, I've done it a lot. I've spoken at a lot of conventions. The biggest audience I've spoken to is about 2,000. And that was nerve wracking, but it was a panel and it wasn't that hard. And the people I was on the panel with were stupid. Like if you want to start public speaking, just have a panel with other dumb people. So that way you look better. And that sounds terrible, but it's true. It also makes for really good clips. That's what it's like people like Dean and Parker do. Dean is, you guys see those political debaters? Like they're actually very like Charlie Kirk, Vivek Ramaswamy, like Ben Shapiro. Their most viral clips are them arguing with a complete utter idiot. So, yeah. Berkeley National Laboratory in California succeeded in creating gold from a lead-aligned element known as bismuth. Let's see. I like how I have Google right in front of me. Gold made in lab. Yes, it's possible to create gold in a lab, a process known as artificial gold synthesis or chrysopoeia. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right at all. This is done by using advanced technology to combine gold atoms or bombard other elements with neutrons and particles to create gold. The most common method of gold synthesis involves using nuclear reactors to bombard elements such as mercury, platinum, or bismuth with neutrons. There's a very, very low possibility that we can create gold in a lab. See, gold was created with neutrons, stars collided. So there's that theory. So are they just... There's an endless supply of gold? Is there an endless supply of gold, chat? All right, we are up $3,300. Man, I want to watch this crash because I want to make a bigger trade here and then just close it. Conservation of energy. Guys, we're getting nerdy up in here. People are coming in like getting the foos gold conversation here. Let me go to let's see what we got here. Are you happy at where your life? Just wondering. Yeah, I'm extremely happy, man. I mean, there's definitely stresses that come with it, but I have a beautiful wife. I couldn't be happier, personally. There's things that you're always got to, life's rough and then you die, man. That's how it is. But I got a great wife and great partner to walk this life with me. I'm excited, man. I'm very happy. I get to travel the world. I've been to 10 plus countries in like the last year and a half, going to be going to a bunch this next year as well. So I'm going to see the culture, get to see, reality. I would love to be a little bit closer to, family and whatnot, but unfortunately they're all in California. That's incredibly costly. So, but yeah, dude, I'm having a fun time, man. I'd like the right card. I would be definitely happier with better crypto or legislation. So I really would be excited to see crypto prosper in the US next year. I think that would be huge. But from a personal standpoint, yes, I'm extremely, extremely happy, my man. Okay, so you just need a nuclear reactor, a sun, or a large hadron collider to do it yourself on your own. Gold. Yes. It's very simple, man. You just got to go to the sun and or have a nuclear reactor in your basement, which I'm sure is completely legal. It's possible, guys, not a theory, but they realize you can only make absolute tiny amounts and it's too expensive for what you get. Gotcha. That's at least what they tell us, Elijah. That's what they're telling you. Secretly, they're just making a ton of gold right now as we speak. That must be expensive with a particle accelerator. I gotta have a particle accelerator in your basement. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. Josh, you should go to Thailand. Just watch out for the red district. Bro, I'm going straight to the red light district. I thought that was in. Is there another one? And I didn't know that. I didn't know there's one in. Well, no, actually, I do know that. I do know that. Is that where like the lady boys are? Because the red light district is Amsterdam, correct? I've never been to either, but I think I got that correct. What's the open trade right now, guys? We are in a trade right here, up $7,500, as you can see. We're in a short, isolated 10x. We shorted at, of course, $72,763. Yes, that's right, baby. At the top here after grabbing that swing. And now our price prediction here, what we're looking for, let me refresh this for you all, is will we eat this liquidity, area? And if we do, come down to the $71,000 range. And right now we are looking at a bit of a bearish setup here on the minute chart for Bitcoin in terms of patterns. So if we lose this support line here, that we previously broke through, which anywhere around this range, we're looking at potentially a downside target of back into the mid 71K level here. So yeah, we're watching this play out right now. So juicy. So very juicy. Yo, Jake, I worship only God, but I look up to you, bro. Oh, I'm glad you don't worship me, man. Not necessarily the best role model there, brother. But no, appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's yeah, it's just like life's good, man. Life's good. You just gotta make the best of it. I think anybody has the opportunity anywhere. I come from literally nothing, dude. I don't come from the middle class. I actually come from extreme poverty, where we literally had to chop wood to have heat for the winter in our wood burning stove trailer that windows did not shut. We had a duct tape with plastic shut all winter long, so that way we can keep the bugs and cold out. But through that and homesteading and learning, raise sheep and everything, I got a very awesome life experience. And it just goes to prove that coming from a small town in the middle of the mountains, if you really want to change your life and, that makes people happy. I have friends from high school that are still happily married, beautiful children living up there. They're happy. I wanted to go see the world and, experience a different path. And, you can do whatever you want to put your mind to. All right, guys, though, I think what we're going to do here is close this out. I'm taking the $3,200 gain here. Okay, I want to take the $3,200 gain here. So what we're going to do is, man, this looks so ugly, to be honest, man. This just looks so ugly. I'm expecting 72. Let me close this out here. I'm going to have a minute here, but yeah, I'm going to close out for 3K profit. Okay. So if this drops below 3K, I'm closing the position. I want about a $3,000 profit. That would be a perfect day. Keep us happy. We're up about 5-6 grand today. Beautiful trade. We'll look for the next position here later this evening or tomorrow morning. But of course it is after markets. So, there is that. So 3,100, baby. Blah, blah, blah. Stay in the trade. You want me to make more money? You want me to stay in the trade? Homo says stay in this trade. Dude, I like to go do things. I like to go not look at charts the rest of the night, I'm still chopping wood. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Some people also just have wood burning stoves and chop wood, but we literally had to chop wood or else we'd freeze to death. That was like 7 quarts. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know how many quarts it was. It was multiple quarts a month or for the summer. We'd go to the old avocado tree farms and go get their old wood on the side of the mountains and just cut wood, dude. Cut wood, haul that shit, spend weekends, multiple weekends getting wood. Gabby, hop in the Telegram, man. Just hop in. I'm in there, bro. You can just ask me anytime, man. Just literally get in the Telegram. It's a small community. There's like 800 people in there. I'll see your questions. Get in the crypto chat. Ask support. Just at me, dude. Hey, I'm going to put my stop loss and profit in sleep, I think. Henry, do so, man. That is a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic trade. Damn, sounds rough. I mean, it was, but it wasn't also like, we just got to do what you got to do, man. You know, my dad was traveling the country just to get work. My mom was doing everything she could, go back to school. And I have some of the greatest parents on the planet. You know, they did what they did to take care of us. 2008 was rough. That was like that was rough for most Americans, and they're still dealing with it even 12, 14 years later. I mean, my parents are doing great now. My mom went back to school. She got a great teaching job. My dad's crushing it. He's looking to actually even advance in his career, but it's, you know, 2008 to 2012 was an interesting time. How much you invest for 3K profits? I have about 44K in. Yeah. And we've made a couple of these trades today. So we're probably up. We're up definitely over 4K. Probably pushing 5K. We haven't had a big trade today, but we've been doing lower leverage here. So, but it does look like this is getting a decent. Man, Homo tells me to leave it close or open. He says leave it open. But Homo, we're almost at the take profits, man. It's on the screen. 450K with yeah, we have about a 450K size, 44K margin. I chop woods for a ski resort. So many cords. Yeah, dude, it's a. To be fair, though, if that was your job, crypto, you probably were swole, man. There ain't nothing like cutting wood out there, man. In 2008, I was 14. I don't even know how old I was, dude. Like 11. Hey, you're not that much older than me. That means you're like, what, 30, 31, Homo? If your stop hit set's on you, I'd be holding it. I'm holding from yesterday anyways. Oh, no way. What was your entry point? You never did. I don't know if you told us. I'm bearish right now. I'll give you that, Henry or Etchy. Definitely bearish. My thing is I just want to go eat. You know what I'm saying? I want to go home, chill. I'm definitely not going to let it go back into negatives. It's like I could take 3K profit right now and just walk away and get another trade. You know what I'm saying? 73K. Oh, nice. Nice, man. Yeah, we were here, bro. We were here, man. That's a massive head and shoulders. It is. It is a pretty big head and shoulders there. Tell us about your vision for Duke, bro. Do you have a target range cycle? I don't talk about price because I do what's right, Brett. But my target for FOMO and the developments behind that, well, let's just say I'm in the process of raising, and I'm also in the process of developing products that I think will take over the entire crypto scene. So Duke is the mascot of that, and there's a lot that's coming to FOMO and FOMO Jungle, which King Shubaduki is the ruler of, and the lore and the marketing and the development. We have lots of strategic ideas. And the products, most of them are already in development, but now we're at that point where if I want to take this thing to the next, I want to take it to the next level, dude. I want to take it to the next level. I really do. Yeah. Duke's like $1 million market cap, dude. Once people, if we raise and get the product out, which my goal is by the end of December 29th, dude, it's like the most insane meme coin on the market. There's not a single meme, even with just FOMO now, there's not a single meme coin I know that like is doing what we're doing. Like if there's, so like, yeah, just have that perspective. And we're also doing airdrops to Duke holders. So let's put it this way. If Base's ecosystem doesn't do well, Duke holders are all airdropped all their tokens in another way that will be integrating buying and burning mechanics to Duke itself on Base. So there's a lot of things we're working on. There's a video game potentially in development. There's a lot that just building right now. A lot of community. And by the way, that's community members, not just myself. But guys, here's what we're going to do. We are ending the day here. I've been live for literally 2.5 hours. I'm exhausted, guys. Average cost of 1.2. Yeah, so you're in a pretty decent area, Brett. Anything literally under like $1 million, $2 million market cap, it's so volatile. You're going to be up 20%, down 30%. Like it's literally one trade that makes that, happen. So once the marketing happens, like we want to get KOLs, we're not getting KOLs for Duke. I'm going to get KOLs for FOMO. So we're going to pay them actual cash so they can't dump pressure and all that type of stuff on you guys and your guys' platform. So we're doing it the right way. We're doing it the fair way. There's no token allocation to the team. There's no insider trade. I don't trade the token. I don't, have any market makers. There's no exchanges, on the back end. This is literally 100% fair launch and built for the community. And the product, what I need to rely on is the success of Duke, because if Duke is successful, my products are successful. Duke holders more inclined to use Duke products, right? You kind of follow the pattern here, but the storytelling we're developing out with it and the ideas we have with Sora, the model there. I'm closing this. I want to close this, dude. I'm closing this. Homo, I got to close this, man. I don't know what you see. What do you see, FOMO? Homo's saying don't close. I'm saying close. No, it's open right here. It's open right here. You said don't. I said fine. I fall to peer pressure. You know what's the easiest way to buy Duke? Yeah, you can just buy Duke on your Coinbase wallet. Literally that simple. Set stop loss and walk away. Well, I mean, I'm at 27. So 6%. I say just close now, dude. Just close and walk. 6% play, 2,700 a day. Always come back in. You guys know exactly what to do. So, guys, here we go. We just closed the position here. We're up literally like $6,000 today. Fantastic, fantastic trading here with all of you. What the heck? Hello? All right. Didn't close. Of course it didn't close. Success. There's the success now. That was crazy, man. So $2,400. We missed it. That is crazy here. So, yeah, guys, I do expect this to sell off here tonight, but I need to go home. I need to get food. I need to get energy. I need to not look at the markets, not be in the markets. So, guys, if you guys like this type of content, make sure you hit that like button. If you want any more calls, come join the Telegram, guys. That is where we're making all the calls. So if I make any calls tonight, do low leverages, stuff like that, it's going to be in the Telegram. We made one last night, 10x, got an amazing short. Woke up with an extra $2,000 on our positions. Everybody was up like 6-8%. Beautiful play. Then we got the scalp trade. Then we just made $6,000 live with you guys in this trading stream here. Now, I do want to say this coming up here shortly, guys. Like, repost, do everything you need to with these videos. I do want to add a call-in feature here. So it will continue to bring more, entertainment and value to these streams as well. I do have some ideas and concepts I want to integrate into these afternoon videos, though. I wish that was I was trading with your amount. Hey, I started with $3,000, Karen, on this account literally a couple months ago. So just keep going. Just keep going. Again, if you're making 6% a day, that is absolutely insane. And you guys are crushing it, guys. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here tonight, guys. I will see you in the next stream, guys. That is tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching.